Most of us don't think about money other than what we're spending on and selling. But did you know there's more to money than just that? Unfortunately, so many of us have not been told about the secrets of money. There is a reason the 1% are at the level they are. They know the secrets and they follow the rules. If you want to be a part of their clan, here are some wealth building principles that you can follow too. First is to invest in appreciating assets. You might be curious about what appreciating assets mean. They are assets that grow in value over time. Examples of these are the stock market, bonds, and real estate. Many people are accumulating liabilities, but those who know how to handle money are buying appreciating assets. If you already have a working phone but choose to get the newest iPhone just for fun, this can be considered a liability. Likewise, if you are always borrowing expensive cars, bags, or clothes, you are also loading yourself with liabilities. If you want to increase your wealth, you need to realize that your wealth depends on how you spend your money. The concept is simple. If you purchase an asset at a certain price, it will increase in value over time, and soon enough, you will have something that is worth more than what you paid for. Appreciating assets operate through the power of compound interest, which means they don't just grow in a straight line, but in an exponential curve. This means that if you invest $1,000 with a 10% interest, the next year you will start with $1,100 and earn the 10% interest on that. That sounds thrilling, but investing your money also involves the chance of losing it. However, it's better to take the chance and get a potential increase in value than buying liabilities that will surely lose value. Second, avoid excessive consumption. We may often feel the need to satisfy our wants, but no one ever achieved financial independence by spending. Every day, we have to choose between succumbing to the temptation of consumption today or waiting and enjoying wealth tomorrow. Even though tomorrow is not certain, wouldn't it be wiser to take the chance of getting ready for it rather than catching you unprepared? Imagine you saw an ad about a holiday offer or a reduced membership at the Gold Club. All these seem very nice, but may hurt your finances. As Frank Herbert said, quote, "Seek freedom and become captive of your desires. Seek discipline and find your liberty. The decision is up to you. Consumerism makes your scarce resources go toward lifestyle and away from building wealth. If you pay attention, you will see that wealth creators live simply by spending less than they can afford in money, time, and energy. They do this to invest the difference for more value in the future. The truth of wealth is that it's a form of postponed satisfaction. So, if a fancy lifestyle is your goal, then consumption becomes a priority, which makes wealth forever out of reach. Third, use leverage to start building wealth. Leverage gives you the tools to create wealth. You can't get rich by exchanging time for money, and you can't do everything by yourself. You can't toil like a mule and hope to attain wealth. Leverage means you work more efficiently, not more intensely. The beauty of this is that it has different forms. Take a look at these. Financial leverage. This means that you can opt to invest and use other people's money without risking your own money. Time leverage. Involve other people instead of using up the 24 hours you have in a day. Technology leverage. Using other people's devices to increase productivity. Marketing leverage. When you involve other channels, the reach is wider than a one-on-one method. Network leverage. Using other people's contacts and strategies to grow beyond your own. Knowledge leverage. Use other people's skills, knowledge, and experience that you may not have. As you can see, leverage enables you to create more wealth than you can ever do alone by using resources that go beyond your own. If you don't use leverage, then you're working more than you need to, only to end up with less than you deserve. And if being wealthy is your aim, using leverage is your best option. Fourth, purge off unnecessary things in your life. Liabilities are mostly what you need to get rid of. These are material things that make you happy for a while, but in exchange ruin your financial well-being. I mean, there's no point in paying huge car insurance on a fancy car when you're barely making ends meet. Giving up some liabilities will help you a lot in the long term. This doesn't mean you live like a Scrooge. No. Rather, be economical with your spending. Know what brings you joy and indulge in it moderately. It's a matter of reassessing priorities. For instance, instead of paying for cable TV, choose a streaming service that costs much less. Liabilities are why you work so hard but don't feel any wealthier with it. They offer short-term pleasure but prevent you from achieving your long-term objectives. The best way to avoid buying things you don't need is to make a budget that suits you. A good budget helps control your liabilities and saves you from the horror that is debt. Fifth, figure out common financial pitfalls. Many of us may have been victims of consumerism at some point. We are frequently exposed to businesses persuading us to give them money for something. But as you give them this money, you are losing it with no financial gain. While they are making profits from your cash, society is made for you to spend as much as you can, but offer a tiny chance for you to create wealth. Don't trust it? Why is it that in school we are always taught how to work hard and get a good job instead of how to actually produce wealth and earn money? We are not taught how money operates. One of the major mistakes that prevent people from reaching their financial potential is the idea they need to exchange their time for money. Why? The system needs most of us to stay in this money bondage trade. Even though getting a good job may seem like a good solution, the problem is that a higher salary is useless if you raise your expenses at the same pace. Also, many find themselves trapped by student loans, credit cards, and car loans that are all linked to interest rates. If you're not cautious, large debts can ruin your finances for years. Try to learn how interest works before agreeing to any kind of monetary help or support. Sixth, be on top of where you spend your money. Every cent counts, and if you doubt it, try working without a budget and see how worse your debt situation will get. Applying this basic principle requires you to sit down and examine your spending habits. Something small, like checking your bills instead of hiding or tossing them away, will help you know every item on your bill. Any form of fun or leisure spending should come after you've paid your bills and contributed to your retirement and investment accounts. You might be surprised at how much you're wasting by indulging in guilty pleasures. Knowing every single expense will also help you know how to best handle your money. Seventh, keep on automating. It can be difficult to manage all the numbers, so sometimes it's better to let go of the control, especially with money. For instance, your employer takes care of your retirement savings automatically. You don't need to stress about missing a payment once it's arranged. Likewise, think about paying your credit card bills or transferring money from your checking account to your savings account automatically, all because of automation. Create your wealth plan based on tested business principles that lead to success. These principles include precise record keeping and accountability, to name a few. Eighth, don't be afraid to invest your money. We tend to be careful when we try something on our own because we are social creatures. But wealth is not achieved by following the masses. It demands you think for yourself and take the chance others avoided. In simple terms, wealth will come from doing what others can't, so you can have what others never will. What you need is courage. It takes courage to be self-motivated and self-reliant. With courage, you can explore new ways and learn new skills. Remember, it takes courage to create wealth. It has little to do with money and more with having a strong desire to achieve a goal, so much that you make it your first priority. Ninth, actively boost your income. Don't settle for a basic salary. Even the average millionaire has multiple sources of income. If you want to start creating wealth in your life and for your descendants, then it is time to prioritize wealth creation in your life and manage your money well. I mean, why would you be entrusted with more money if you can't handle what you have? Look for ways that can produce some passive income, since a hands-on approach could lead to exhaustion. You could also acquire new skills and work on creating wealth around that in your free time. And finally, be more disciplined. Wealth is the result of many small things added up and multiplied over a lifetime. Your daily habits will either help you or hurt you if you want to be successful. Most of us are trapped by the biggest enemy of success, procrastination. You must start the right habits today without hesitation, and this requires discipline. With discipline, you defeat procrastination by beginning today and continuing tomorrow. Wealth happens because you do what is necessary to make it happen. And with that, we conclude today's video. Please feel free to share your thoughts on the advice we provided and your personal wealth building journey. Remember to subscribe to The Wealthy Way and turn on notifications to stay up to date with our latest uploads.